In our next video tutorial, we're going to have a look at background removal on pictures. Okay, so I'm going to open up Word and open up my sample file, background removal. Okay, so here we have the landscape that we worked on earlier on. This time what I've decided is that I don't like the sky. I want to get rid of the sky. Okay, now it's just a little bit too much of a complex shape to crop that out. Okay, so the alternative is to use the background removal tool. Okay, so I'm going to select my picture, go up to the Format tab, and on the left hand side here we have background removal. Now bear in mind that a lot of these tools will only be available on particular picture types. If you find that these tools aren't available, it may be that you've just got the wrong picture file type. Okay, so this one is a JPEG, and most of the tools should be usable on JPEG files. Okay, so I'm going to go to background removal, give it a click, and there you go, it does its job. Now it has been a little bit overzealous there, okay, but it's a starting point. Now the purple areas that we can see all the way around the outside, these are the areas that will be removed. Okay, now we can point it in the right direction here by adjust the proportions of this central rectangle. Okay, so if I drag that out like that, gives it a better idea of the area that it should be working on. Okay, so let's see if I drag that up from the bottom to about there. Well, actually it's pretty much the wrong direction, that, so it's going to remove the whole of the foreground. Actually it's the top there that I want to get rid of, so I'll drag that back down like that, and foreground comes back. Okay, and if I drag this down from the top, I should a little bit overdone there. Okay, so we can adjust things like that. Now that's almost there. Okay, however, it is still getting rid of a lot of the field here and down the left hand side. Okay, so what I need to do is tell it I want to keep this grass field here. Okay, we can do that by going up to the background removal tab. This appeared as soon as we went into background removal, and what I want to do is to mark the areas that I'd like to keep. So I give it a click, and then the cursor changes to a little pencil tool, and all I have to do is click and drag a line over the area that I'd like to keep. Okay, and that gives it a point in the right direction. Okay, and that is it sorted. If you make a mistake with that and we accidentally drag in the wrong section, okay, we can go up and say delete mark. So I click delete mark, and then I just click on the mark that was incorrect, and there we go. Okay, now this is pretty good. If I zoom in on the tree a little bit, and you can see as I zoom in that it actually does the background removal there. So I'll zoom in a little bit closer onto that tree. Okay, you can see there's some little areas of the tree here that I may actually want to get rid of, so it looks like there are holes in the tree. For this, of course, I need to mark the areas I want to remove. You can see from this, if we get closer into a picture, it will be a little bit more accurate. So I'm going to click mark areas to remove. I might have to be a little bit more careful this time. I want to get rid of that little hole there, and that's it gone. And just up there, okay, it's a tiny little brush strokes this time, and a little bit there where it's touching the ground. Okay, I went a little bit too far that time, so delete mark that one. Okay, now you do have to be careful with this because it is very easy to get rid of a little bit too much, and as I said, zooming in on that can help. Okay, so I've lost that completely. Let's drag that to the right, mark areas to remove, and we'll try that little segment there. Perfect. Okay, now this can take some time. It depends how accurate you want to be. Okay, but for me that is pretty much good enough. Once I'm happy and I've got it just about there, and that looks pretty good, I'm going to go up to my background removal toolbar and keep changes. Of course, if I had made an utter mess of that, I could quickly discard all changes. Okay, but I want to keep the changes, and there it is. Again, you can see there, look, that I could have done a little bit more work at the bottom left hand corner of the tree there, and perhaps on the right hand side, but for demonstration purposes that's not too bad. Of course, you've got to remember that we may then be applying some other effects, so these tiny little bits there may not be visible perhaps once I've then applied an artistic effect to the picture and a photocopy effect for me, and at that point we really can't tell that we've missed a few elements. Okay, so there you go. A really quick and easy way to get rid of complex backgrounds from our photographs.